Live from the Rock Ridge Broadcasting Room at Rock Ridge High School, this is Rock Ridge Rundown.
Good afternoon, I'm Ethan, this is Gavin, and this is your Rock Ridge Rundown. Rock Ridge Rundown is your weekly news broadcast put together by the Journalism 1 and 2 classes. We broadcast live every Friday at 1:50 p.m. Today is Friday, the 17th, and we hope your day is going well. We have several stories to get into this afternoon, so let's get right on into it. The ACT was held this Tuesday at Rock Ridge High School. For those who don't know, the ACT stands for American College Test. The ACT consists of an English, math, reading, essay writing section, and a science section. Juniors and seniors will often take the ACT so that they can send the results to colleges or scholarships that they hope to apply for, and if you score well, you can receive the scholarships. However, the ACT is starting to become more and more optional in many areas. Specific details on the test are often kept confidential, so please do not share anything confidential if you have taken it. Fun fact about the ACT, you're actually allowed to take it up to 12 times before they cut you off. However, you do still have to pay for each one of those times. We wish luck to anyone who took the ACT or who is planning on taking it in the future.
Prom and fall dance performance team tryouts were open to all students going into grades 9 through 12. Tryouts are for the 2026-2027 school year and are allowing tryouts for either team or both. At the practices, students learned a routine they would perform on the day of tryouts. Practices were April 9th, 10th, 13th, and the 14th at 7:30 to 8 a.m. in our school's U.S. Steel Gymnasium. Tryouts were held on the evening of Wednesday the 15th. The POM team attends school events and rallies to bring an exciting and motivating energy and help support our school's many sports teams. When asked what made you want to try out for the POM dance team, Leah Beria said this, "I wanted to join POMs because it looked fun and I wanted to have the experience of making new friends while also getting to have fun wearing a cheer uniform and getting to dance and be there to encourage our sports teams at home games. If you have any questions or need more specific information, email Ms. Jankula or Ms. College."
The MCA, Minnesota Comprehensive Assessment testing, is coming up at Rock Ridge. 10th grade, your MCA reading is on April 14th through the 16th for bio, and your MCAs are May 5th through the 7th. 11th grade, your math MCAs are from the 28th of April to the 30th. Just a reminder that students who are part-time PSEO still have to take the test, but full-time online students and full-time PSEO do not have to take them. Students, it's important to try your best on these tests because it doesn't just show how well you're doing in school, but how well the school is teaching us. Here's a short interview from Mr. Friedlieb about the tests.
So what are the MCAs?
So the MCAs are the Minnesota Comprehensive Assessments, and they're the state-mandated tests that all students in public schools have to take.
What are they used for?
They're used to see how the academic abilities of our students in our schools are, and then we get graded as a school too on the success of our students on those tests.
What different types of tests does the MCA have?
So students are tested in reading, math, and science for the MCAs.
How can parents opt their students or kids out of the MCAs?
So we do recommend all students taking them, but there is an opt-out form that you can find on the Department of Education website. If you just type in MCA refusal form, it'll pop right up. Or you can stop into the office here and I can print one off and send them home for you.
How can parents see the score of the MCA for their students?
So once the tests are completed, obviously scores are compiled. They're available on the Power School app for parents, or in the fall when they come to parent-teacher conferences, we have a printout for them that they can get to.
Thank you, Mr. Friedlieb, for doing that interview. We talked with Mr. Berry about the MCAs, and he believes the MCAs are a great way to practice for large tests such as the ACTs and SATs. Just a reminder to get good sleep before your test, and also try to come with a good breakfast. If you have doing that will have you prepared to do your very best. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email marisdoc@rrps.org.
A group of students will be taking a bus to travel down on Wednesday the 29th to go to a Twins game. The Twins game will be starting at 12:40 p.m. at home on the Target Field. The trip should be a fun experience for everyone who goes. The Twins play the Mariners at home, so this should be an exciting game.
After this short break, we will be back with your weekend forecast.
We are back this week with our weekly weather forecast. Starting off on Friday, April 17th, it will be cloudy in the morning, then thunderstorms later in the day. High of 56 degrees, winds shifting to 10 to 20 miles per hour, and a chance of rain at 100%. On Saturday, April 18th, it will be cooler with a high of 31 degrees and winds at 15 to 20 miles. On Sunday, April 19th, there will be sunshine and clouds mixed. High of 39 degrees and winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Monday, April 20th, there will be a high of 53 degrees, winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Tuesday, April 21st, there will be sunny skies with a high of 62 degrees and winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Wednesday, April 22nd, it will be generally sunny with a high of 68 degrees and winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. On Thursday, April 23rd, it'll be partially cloudy with skies during the morning hours to showers in the afternoon with a high of 65 degrees, winds southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and a chance of rain at 40%. That's all I have for you this week. After this short break, we'll be right back with sports.
And now for
Sports with
Tom.
Good morning, everyone, and I'm Big Mac Attack, and this is your sports segment for this week. This weekend on Saturday, April 18th, our boys tennis team has a meet against Mountain West Tonka. This meet will take place at home at 8 a.m. Both teams are looking for a win, and this will be a good challenge for our Wolverines. We have to win more games than them if we want to win, says junior Clark Johnson. We want our Wolverines to keep winning, so let's go and bring some energy on Saturday. According to Clark Johnson, we want to go undefeated and win state. Hitting the ball harder and being more consistent with hitting the ball in bounds is how we can achieve our goal. Today we have an interview with senior Jackson Lampa talking about our varsity season.
Alexander Wilhelm, and this is Jackson Lampa.
Hey,
We have a couple questions about how your guys' baseball season's been going. So,
sure.
how do you feel like you guys have been playing as a team this year?
Oh, as a team, we're pretty close as a team. We've been playing pretty well. We've taken a couple tough losses the last 2 days with extra inning losses, but we play on Saturday, and hopefully we'll be able to come together and get a win.
Hopefully. And when's your guys' next game, and where is it at?
Next game is Saturday at St. Paul Como Park in the cities.
All right.
So
It's tough for some Rockridge fans to get there.
it would be tough. It's a long drive, and it's going to be cold.
How do you feel you've been playing personally this season?
My hitting's been a little off, but in the field I've been doing pretty good. So overall, I feel like I've been doing good.
That's good. All right, thanks for the time today, Jackson.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.
All right, tomorrow varsity plays in Como Park. I don't think many Rockridge fans will be going to that one, but hopefully a lot of parents show up. Jackson feels good about our team this year. He says we are very close as a team. He feels there have been a lot of tough losses, but Jackson is hopeful for the rest of the season. When asked about his personal performance this season, Jackson said he feels like his hitting has been iffy, but he feels strong in the field. Last Friday, our boys and girls track team absolutely wiped the floor with their competition at the Crosby meet. The girls' final team scores were as follows: Ely winning third with a score of 110, Crosby Ironton placing second with 124, and Rockridge dominating with a final score of 160. For the boys team, Crosby Ironton placed third with 99 points, and second was Cromwell Wright with 111, and again Rockridge in first with 168 total points. Aside from team points, there were also many notable podium finishes in individual events as well. Adrian Roush killed it again in the mile, taking first with a time of 4:34.35. Lizzie Foltz took third in the 100-meter dash and also took second in the 200-meter. Colin Steele competed in the 4x800 and mile 4, which he commented on his own performance, saying, "I think I did very good and I was able to match my PR for the 4x800. Kenan Castellano won first in both 110-meter and 300-meter hurdles. Both boys and girls 4x200 relays took first. Ashton Novak placed third in the 100-meter, first in the 200-meter, and first again in the 400. For some field events, Sophie O'Rourke took first in the high jump and Abigail Sather took second. Ari Bielke took the gold in triple jump. There were many more podium finishes not mentioned, so congratulations to all who competed for winning the meet. With spring seasons in full effect, the women's softball season started on Friday versus the Proctor Rails at home. It was a busy day in the ballpark and all of the softball and baseball fields having games that day. Senior Madeline Seppi says, "Our goal this year is to make it to state." The softball team coming off a back-to-back section last season final appearance, they definitely have a chance to punch their ticket for state. Senior Brooklyn Smith got the season started for the Wolverines by hitting a single to the second baseman, driving in Mamie Scott to put them on the board. Ayla Lockinen would follow, driving in Ayla Trawan. Taylor Morley kept things going, hitting a double to center field, which would help bring Mimi Babaraki and Brooklyn Smith in. That's all the Wolverines would need to achieve victory. The softball team would start their season 1-0. Sophomore Peyton Wunich says, "I feel that we were making good contact and staying aware on defense." The Wolverines will be back on Saturday, sadly in a defeat. The Wolverines were back in action all week, starting off with Mesabi's Giants in a 16-0 blowout win. Then traveled down to Duluth East in another 15-1 victory. The ladies wouldn't stop there this week, taking on the Superior Spartans yesterday in a 2-0 win. That wouldn't be the end of their week. Yet playing a doubleheader today, their first matchup against Rush City at 10:30 a.m. today, and at 2:30, the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. Due to the games taking place during the script writing for this week's rundown, we weren't able to bring a report for the games today, but good luck to these ladies. The season is finally underway for both the boys and girls golf teams. The girls started last week with a meet down at Bull Rush Golf Course in Rush City. Senior Emma Berg would win this 9-hole meet with a score of 47. The team as a whole won by 22 strokes in this dual meet with Hibbing. The team looks young but promising with the help from their returners who have had state experience. On Tuesday, the boys took off to Faribault to begin their season. This meet, the boys would bring 12 golfers and took place in both varsity and JV meets. The varsity team won by a long shot score of 315, while the JV boys won as well with a 331. For individual scores, both Cal Scott and Jason Brula tied for the lead with a score of 76. Cruz Gretschner wasn't far behind with a 79. Graham Harvey, Ethan Pipkin, and John Westby all medaled in the JV meet with scores of 81, 82, and 83. The team is focused on getting the small things and getting better for the long run. We will hopefully see another victory from the team next Monday at the Tiana Country Club. Good luck, golfers. Here's your Rockridge varsity sports update. Boys tennis starts strong with a 7-0 win over Grand Rapids on Tuesday the 7th. And on Tuesday the 14th, they followed up with another victory against Cloquet, winning 6-1 and beating Marshall 6-1 also. In baseball, we faced off against a tough stretch starting Friday the 10th, facing off against Hermantown in a 2-13 loss, and Moose Lake 1-6 loss, and Bemidji a 1-2 loss, and a loss to Grand Rapids 7-8. Softball had mixed results with a loss to Cambridge Isani with a 0-21 loss and bounced back with a 16-0 win over Mesabi East, but sadly lost to Duluth East 10-3. But ended on a win this week 2-1. The speech team also competed at sections in Duluth Denefeld against multiple schools. In golf, Cal Scott and Jason Brula led the boys at Faribault National Invitational shooting 76s. Friday, we kick off with softball hosting Marshall at 2:30. Saturday has Virginia facing West Tonka at Virginia. And the girls' track meet was postponed or canceled against St. Francis also this Saturday. Baseball will also be playing at Como Park and softball home versus Rush City. Monday picks up with boys at Tiana Country Club against Walker, Hackensack, O'Kaley. Tennis will Superior and baseball will be back home against Cloquet. Tuesday, girls tee off against Grand Rapids at Pokagamon Golf Course. Softball hosts Bemidji. Tennis travels to Grand Rapids. And track competes at home in a multi-school meet. Wednesday, the 22nd, baseball will host Hibbing. Thursday, the 23rd, girls golf will face off against Wacker, Hackensack, O'Kaley, and boys tennis hosts Hermantown. Finally, Friday the 24th, we'll have girls golf traveling to Bemidji and track heading to Duluth East for another school meet. That's all we have for upcoming and recap for sports this week. See you next time, Rockridge. Big Mac Attack out.
And now you're watching
Worldwide Wolverines with Let's Go.
And also her class.
Hey, how are you guys doing today? We're doing amazing. So I heard you wanted to learn more about donating blood? Yes. Okay. So I'll just let you know the information about how it started in the past.
It all started during World War II. Soldiers were dying a lot from losing blood during the war, so the nurses and doctors had to figure out a way to save them, which they did. Blood transfusions, which back then was from person to person right there. Nowadays, there's blood drives and donations that make it a lot easier.
Oh, I never knew that before. That's amazing. Yeah, and to learn more about these, you can look at these posters that are hung up all around the school. The blood drive's happening Tuesday, December 9th at Rockridge High School from 9 to 1 p.m. If you're 16, you do need a parent's signature and you need to meet the minimum weight and height requirement. If you're 17 or plus, you can just go.
What does it mean to eat well and hydrate?
A week before you get your blood drawn, you need to make sure you're hydrated and eat well every single day before it, so you're healthy and you don't feel sick.
This week you might have noticed that some kids were gone. That's because it was Job Shadow Week. Alexander Altobelli, a junior here at Rockridge, was able to experience a job shadow at SEH Engineering in Virginia. Xander explained that kids should do a job shadow to make connections and learn about the career. He was able to experience a proposal meeting and even went to a couple of job sites to see their work. Xander says, I was thinking of going into engineering before, but now this just confirms my choice. Job Shadow Week is something that happens every year and students should consider participating. To sign up, all you need to do is talk to Mr. Speltz.
This week's Wolverine of the Week was awarded to senior Owen Henry. He enjoys being involved in the German-American Partnership Program, and some of his hobbies include hanging out with friends, playing video games, and helping others. Owen's favorite subject is world history. If you see Owen, congratulate him on being this week's Wolverine of the Week. That's all we have time for today. Remember to catch your Rockridge Rundown every Friday at 1:50 p.m. Thank you for watching and have an amazing weekend. What is